The following newscast is based on the wide world of social media. The stories are real. The reporters are really real because they are you, the members of social media. All Facebook names have been abbreviated for user protection. This is the Social News Media Network.
Welcome to the SNM Network, the only weekly newscast reported by you, the wide world of social media. I'm Colin Cosell. During our week off, we missed out on such stories as a dead cat turned into a helicopter and a gay porn star cannibal.
Was he hot?
Yeah, I guess you could say he was a fine young cannibal.
Oh, you drive me crazy.
Oh, you're a good thing. Did anyone get that reference? All right, it's 1989 in our studio. Anyway, our top story this week is a topic that we would normally handle with a certain dignity and respect that you've come to expect from us here at the S&M Network. That said, we hope you don't start a riot when we ask you to guess who died? The answer, of course, is Rodney King, the man whose 1992 beatdown by the LAPD led to riots across the country. For more on this story, we turn to Twitter reporter Opie Radio, who notes, Rodney King, if you're black and survived a police beating, why on earth would you take a chance on a swimming pool? Oh. You know, that's a great question, which we can't easily answer because that's a little touchy, apparently, but at least we won't have to. Guess who died? We celebrate death. Next up is holiday news, as Flag Day was celebrated, marking the adoption of the flag in the United States, as well as the adoption of the flag pin on the lapel of publicly patriotic politicians. But not everyone is a fan of the holiday, as reporter John Toll tweets, Flag Day is the Nickelback of patriotism. Look at his photograph. Well, at least Nickelback brings us all together in hating Nickelback. We are slick. Twitter reporter Sonic Dork had a different celebration suggestion with, Happy Flag Day. Pour a 40 on the ground for Betsy Ross, if only for the fact that she really, really enjoyed malt liquor. Is that true? And finally, Tea Party Cat noted the political ramifications with, Mitt Romney loves Flag Day, though today he caused a controversy by flying the flags of the countries where his money is. Not here. And I think that's a good time to start off with politics, and we figure we kick it off with a bang with our Ready for Caption! Hey! Yes! Betty White visited the White House this past week, which made for an interesting photo op, and John, let's just take a look at this picture here. It's kind of cute, yeah, isn't it? I mean, all right. Well, our first caption comes from Andy Picaro. Mr. President, I'm no strategist, but swearing in a Snickers commercial will make the whole country love you again. Trust me. Michael Abbott had a different take with, that's a really nice tan you got there, Mr. Clinton. It's a very racially charged episode. Julie Peterson brought us this rose, Nylan. Back in St. Olaf, we didn't have any black men, but I'm willing to give it a try if you are. No one's liking these. And finally, our winner comes to us from Michael Branca, who captioned, I'm ready for that cigar you've been teasing me with. And so are we. Thanks, everyone, for playing. Hopefully we'll be more successful next week. Keep an eye on our Twitter and Facebook for the next Ready for Caption. That got him to cheer. Continuing with politics, last week the president attended a fundraiser at Sarah Jessica Parker's townhouse in New York City, where he gave a speech on immigration, because that's what you do at a dinner party. Reporter Iowa Hawk Blog praised the speech, tweeting, Obama's speech today was truly inspired by panic. It's okay. But veteran Twitter reporter Pour Me Coffee thought the fundraiser's hostess might have had an ulterior motive, as he said, Sarah Jessica Parker throwing huge fundraiser for Obama tonight. I expect she'll get a presidential pardon for the Sex and the City movies. Or the fact that she backed out of the Belmont Stakes. Oh. All right, I admit that was a tad harsh, but not nearly as bad as this next story, which is so bizarre, we filed it under our That Can't Be Real news. So what happens when you combine two deliciously terrible things for you? Well, you get this. Oh. Sure, Nate loves it. That's right, it's the Bacon Sundae. It seems that a certain fast food giant simply hates America's arteries. As Witstream's Robin McCauley reports, Burger King introduces the Bacon Sundae. Not to be outdone, McDonald's introduces shooting you in the face. It wants you dead. You know what makes us want to shoot ourselves in the face? Do you know, John?
Nate? Hey!
You guys, please get along. No, it's actually that song "Call Me Maybe" by Carly Rae Jepsen. Thanks for that one, Canada. First Nickelback and then this bitch. Fortunately, our friends in the wide world of social media, oh, you're fans now? Our friends in the wide world of social media made the song a little more tolerable by incorporating its hook in a series of pictures which not only made us laugh, but were more than popular enough to be this week's Trendy McTrenderside. In honor of the hit show Walking Dead, as well as the residents of Miami, this following picture popped up. Hey, I just met you and this is crazy, but here's my bath salts. Your face is tasty. From the army of the undead to the forced army of the barely alive, here's a Coney take on the trend. That is effed up. Hey, I just met you and this is crazy. My name is Coney and I took your baby. There's a lot of awing this week. As if Carly Rae Jepsen didn't create enough family issues there, here's our Star Wars take on it. Hey, I just met you and this is crazy, but I'm your father, so join me maybe. We just ruined Star Wars. And in honor of the famous quote and the recent story out of Australia, here's our favorite. Hey, I just met you and this is crazy, but I'm a dingo and I ate your baby. You know what? I'm just going to put it out there. That song sucks, mostly because it's like brain herpes. It just kind of sticks with you. It won't leave. But at least it was funny enough to spawn this week's Trendy McTrenderson. And a special thanks to Twitter's witty lady for showing us the link to those pics. See? We do appreciate it. Now, surprisingly, that wasn't the most disturbing thing that social media had to throw at us. In entertainment news, nude photos of pseudo-celebrity Snooki. Yeah, see, those pictures arose, and according to most men, nothing else did. That's right, shrinkage. Our Google Plus reporter, we're using Google Plus. Our Google Plus reporter, Dana Chiandra, succinctly summarized the mess with, there's really no need to Google Snooki's nude photos. Just save yourself some time and imagine an orange smart car with nipples. Thanks for that mental image, Dana. We now turn to our special guest, Chase Mitchell, for his personal take on the Snooki nudity, or snudity, with a segment we like to call an SNM editorial in 140 characters or less. Okay, good. Here's what Chase had to say. Snooki's nude photos represent a new low for the reality show Star, but also a new low for me because I definitely still intend to master. Aw, shucks, Chase, we're run out of characters there. We can only hope you were going to say master the art of killing people with your mind, because that's what we'd like to do to Snooki. But I guess we'll never know since that was our S&M editorial in 140 characters or less. Thanks. From people we'd like to knock unconscious to people who end up that way regularly, our entertainment news continues with the following story that got a whole lot more publicity than it deserved. Or as Twitter reporter Jim Norton put it, Lindsay Lohan found unconscious in hotel, said to be suffering from exhaustion. So wouldn't that mean she was sleeping? Well, yes, Jim. Yes, it would. Good point. And while we're on the topic of talentless chicks in Hollywood, Miley Cyrus got engaged. Exactly. While we have no interest in this story, Twitter's Karen Howell put an interesting spin on the news, saying we should add Miley Cyrus to the list of people who got a ring before LeBron. That's not only painfully accurate, but it's also a good reason for us to talk about the week in sport. Thank you. In the realm of people who hated more than LeBron James, the trial against Jerry Sanduski began last week. Making note of one of the common stories associated with the soon-to-be convicted pedophile was summed up by Witstream's Frank Conniff as he reports, Sanduski's nickname used to be Tickle Monster. In jail, it will be Fist Pillow. As long as it's not Snuggle Horse, I don't mind. You're safe. While we're on the lighter side of sports, the NHL Finals wrapped up. Watch more hockey. And as our reporter Chris Manzo tweeted, the Stanley Cup has been kissed by so many guys in Los Angeles, it has officially become a Kardashian. Any chance to take a shot at the Kardashians. Speaking of which, the Kardashians, their favorite athletes, play in the NBA. They've been banged by the entire league, which is currently playing out their finals. Witstream's Matt Goldich is excited about the championship as well as some fast food, as he said we should get ready for the heat and thunder in your boxers after trying Burger King's new bacon sundae. And that, my friends, is not only how you bring it around full circle, but it's also going to do it for this week's SNM Network broadcast. Be sure to tune in next week to get the best news coverage around Heat and Thunder. That was gross. As well as to find out if you or some of the people you know are one of our reporters. And if you find hilarity in everyday social media and want to contribute to our show, please visit socialnewsmedia.net for instructions on how to do so. For the love of God, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We thrive on that shit. For all of us at the SNM Network, I'm Colin Cosell reminding you to watch what you say because we are.
Breaking Sundays for everyone.
I'm wearing shorts.
SNM 121, everything is on access.